Hello students, today I am going to explain some numericals based on law of chemical equivalence or equivalent mass. These questions, okay, some are related to direct equivalent mass and some are related to law of equivalence. You see, all are previously asked questions, okay, in JEE examination, mains and advanced. So all are previous year questions. So let me solve one by one. So first, when question comes from equivalent mass or law of chemical equivalence, there is no particular boundary that this should come from this chapter or this chapter. From inorganic chemistry, various questions come. From D and F block elements, from coordinate compounds, acid-base reactions, many models are there. So let us solve first question. So we are asked to calculate equivalent mass of KMnO4 when it is converted into K2MnO4. Okay, so that is the first question. So how to answer the first question? KMnO4 is converted into K2MnO4. Actually, this change takes place in strongly alkaline medium. KMnO4 when taken in strongly alkaline medium. So here manganese is in +7 oxidation state, +6. Already you know, so per mole the change in oxidation state is called N factor. Okay, the change in oxidation state per mole. So here you see manganese is converted from +7 to +6, then what should be the N factor? That should be 1. So how to calculate equivalent mass now? Its molecular mass upon N factors. So that value should be molecular mass of KMnO4, that you can calculate. I am writing the final value, that is 158 is its equivalent mass. Okay, so this is a straight away question from JEE advanced. So permanganate is converted into manganate. So any species when converted from one oxidation state to another oxidation state, you have to calculate the change in oxidation state per mole of that compound, per mole. Okay, so N factor is 1. And let's go to second question, that is the equivalent mass of potassium dichromate when it reacts with sodium thiosulfate in iodometry. Whatever the reaction with the dichromate, whoever it may be the second reactant, iodometry, something given. But we all know that permanganate acts as the oxidizing agent in 3 different media. Like permanganate you take in neutral medium. This is also called faintly alkaline medium. It is converted into MnO2. In acidic medium, permanganate is converted into Mn+2. In strongly alkaline medium, MnO4 minus is converted into MnO4 minus 2. This is actually our first question. Potassium permanganate is converted into manganate. This is in strongly alkaline medium. Okay, but there is no confusion in case of dichromate. There is a confusion in permanganate because permanganate N factor varies with the change of medium. In neutral medium +7 to +4, N factor is 3. In acidic medium +7 to +2, N factor is 5. In strongly alkaline medium, N factor is 1. But there is no such kind of problem in case of dichromate because potassium dichromate acts as the oxidizing agent only in acidic medium, not in alkaline medium, because in alkaline medium dichromate is converted into chromate. Straight away MCRT equation. So only in acidic medium, and whoever it may be the second reactant, whatever it may be the process, always potassium dichromate, that is chromate ion from potassium dichromate in acidic medium changes to Cr+3, orange color to green color. So 1 mole I have taken 1 into 2 chromium atoms. You take 2 here. Already I taught this in my previous lecture. So 2 into +6 state, that is +12. 2 into +3, that is 6. What is the difference now? 6. So this should be your N factor. This should be N factor. Okay, so when we are given potassium dichromate, no need to think, that is always in acidic medium, N factor is fixed, that is 6. Potassium dichromate molecular mass is approximately 294 upon 6, it should be its equivalent mass. This is also a straight away question in JEE advanced examination. So from permanganate and dichromate we can expect this type of questions, direct equivalent mass calculation. And we have one more question, that is equivalent mass of crystalline oxalic acid. Actually we all know about oxalic acid, that is a dibasic acid. Its basicity is 2. So for any acid, if basicity is 2 and N factor is also 2, okay, so oxalic acid is H2C2O4, but crystalline oxalic acid given, crystalline oxalic acid formula is dihydrated oxalic acid. Okay, so how to calculate equivalent mass? Simply its molecular mass upon N factor, that should be 2. You see carefully, in hydrated acids or salts, any compounds, hydrated compound, there is no N factor for this water. Just it has to be taken in the calculation of molecular mass, and N factor should be calculated from this. If it is a salt, then you take the N factor of salt. If it is an acid, then take the N factor of acid. Oxalic acid is a dibasic acid. We know N factor is 2, and in the molecular mass calculation, you take molecular mass of oxalic acid plus 2 into 1836. Okay, so crystalline oxalic acid molecular formula is this. If you are asked anhydrous oxalic acid, you know anhydrous means there is no water content. So simply oxalic acid, no water. The molecular formula of oxalic acid upon N factor. So in acids or salts, the presence of water molecule of crystallization never changes the N factor. Okay, so this is simple calculation. Now let's go ahead. Let us solve question number 4, the volume of 0.125 molar AgNO3. This is JEE mains question, so recently asked. Required to quantitatively precipitate chloride ions in 0.3 grams of this complex. Okay, from this question we can understand that AgNO3 reacts with this. AgNO3 reacts with this, and it gives precipitate. That is, you know, from aqueous AgNO3, Ag plus ions are there. In this Cl minus ions are there. That complex, when dissolved in water, solvent like water, you know, this reaction takes place. I mean 3 Cl minus ions are formed. This is a complex ion. In complex compounds, the species present in square bracket never undergo dissociation. So it itself an ion acts as an ion, and counter ion, that is outside ion, that is counter ion, that is present as Cl minus. So 3 are there, 3 Cl minus, 3 units of negative charge. It should get 3 units of positive charge. So how to solve this one? Already I told you in previous class, law of chemical equivalence. So reaction takes place between these two. So directly I can write the relation that equivalence of AgNO3 is equal to equivalence of the complex. Equivalence of the given complex. Okay, so directly you can write this relation, there is no problem. Now how to calculate equivalence? You see the given information. What is the given information? Molarity. So you know equivalence formula is molarity into volume in liters into N factor. Equivalent of the complex mass we are given. So from mass also we can calculate, that is gram equivalent mass. Okay, so molarity, what is the value? This is given. Volume AgNO3, what is the N factor? Ag plus and NO3 minus. Cation charge is 1, anion charge is also 1. So molarity into N factor into volume. Already I taught in previous class, number of equivalents have various formulae. And 0.3 grams already given, weight upon gram equivalent mass. Its molecular mass is given in the question. Okay, I have not written this. This is exactly from JEE main question paper. This information is given in the paper. That is 267.46 upon what is the N factor now. The N factor of this complex, you see, cation charge is plus 3, anion charge is also 3 into minus 1 minus 3. You take any one. So number of equivalents of this one is equal to number of equivalents of this. But formula is different. Left side for AgNO3 I have taken molarity into volume into N factor. I mean, on the basis of given information, you have to choose the appropriate formula of number of equivalents. But right side for this complex, weight is given, so mass value is given, so mass and equivalents, we know the relation mass upon gram equivalent mass. So very simple calculation, volume can be calculated upon 4 6 into this will 3 will go to upon 0.125 liter. Answer will come in liters. Okay, this is number of equivalents, not milli equivalents. Mass upon gram molecular mass is number of equivalents. Mass into molarity into volume into n factor. Volume is taken in liters. When volume is in liters, then it should be number of equivalents. And one side milli equivalent and one side equivalent, don't do such kind of blunders. Okay, so both side you take milli equivalent or both side you take equivalent. But one side milli equivalent and one side equivalent, that will be totally incorrect. So from this you can calculate volume in liters. So this is very simple calculation. These two react together, the number of equivalents of this is equal to equivalents of this over. And let's go for question number 5. This is also JEE question, but this is advanced question, I think. No, mains question. First two are advanced questions. Now you see, sometimes mains questions are difficult than advanced. Okay, not like that. 2019 paper, you see, JEE advanced paper, very easy paper. Okay. So, all of this question number 4, to neutralize completely 20 ml of 0.1 molar aqueous H3PO3, well, the volume of aqueous KOH solution is. So, in this question, we are given information about an acid and base. And it is clear that it is a neutralization reaction. Already I told you, the formula of number of equivalents or milli equivalents is not restricted to a particular type of reaction. You can use this formula to acid-base reaction, redox reaction, precipitation reaction, any reaction. If it is a chemical reaction, you can use. So what is the acid H3PO4? So how can I answer this? Equivalence of volume is given in milliliters, na? So I can write milli equivalents. Milli equivalents of H3PO3 is equal to milli equivalents of KOH. What is the milli equivalent formula? Many formula are there, but what is the given information? Molarity. Yes, very well known formula, just like previous numerical. So molarity is given. Molarity into volume 20 in ml, that's why it is milli equivalent. And n factor, what is the n factor of H3PO3? You know, that is 2. Okay, in very first class I taught this equivalent mass, class 1, lecture 1. And milli equivalents of KOH. Actually, we are asked to calculate volume of KOH. Okay, volume we have to calculate. Molarity, well, 0.1 we are given, and n factor for KOH, only one OH group is there, n factor is. So volume is over. Or the volume 0.1 into 20, that is 2 into 4 upon 0.1, the value is coming 40 ml. Why ml? Because I have taken milli equivalents. Left side I have taken volume in milliliters from the given question. So right side should be volume in milliliters, not liters. If it is liter, it will be number of equivalents. I have taken milli equivalents here. One side equivalent, one side milli equivalent, blunder. Okay, so both side volume must have same units. So on the basis of question, we can use appropriate formula, because you see, for equivalents, number of equivalents, various relationships are there. Mass upon equivalent mass, normality into volume, molarity into volume into n factor, number of moles into n factor. So on the basis of given question, given information, you have to choose the correct formula. Okay, so these are various questions from previous competitive examination, and one more question I want to make you to solve, that I will dictate now. One more question is there. Actually, there was no space on the board, that I will read now. It says, calculate the number of moles of more salt required per mole of dichromate. There is a competitive question. Calculate the number of moles of more salt required per mole of dichromate. Sir, medium not given, sir, no need. If it is potassium permanganate, then you need the medium. But dichromate, no need. Okay, more salt versus KMnO4 titration is there in your practical syllabus, class 12 syllabus. So first of all, what is more salt, sir? If you don't know more salt, then it is better to leave this question. Don't try. Because if you don't know the basic knowledge of more salt, then you cannot solve this question. This is straight away from practical chemistry. Okay, so reaction between more salt and dichromate. What is more salt? Ferrous ammonium sulfate. Ferrous ammonium sulfate. Whatever it may be, water molecules of crystallization. Okay, leave it. But what are the species which can be oxidized by dichromate? Dichromate is given. No doubt we know dichromate is an oxidizing agent. Medium is always acidic medium. Ammonium cation, okay, you can't oxidize this. And the reaction between more salt or KMnO4, more salt or dichromate, always the species that to be oxidized is iron, that is in plus, that is ferrous. Okay, sulfate, no, because sulfate is spectator, all are spectators. So reaction takes place between ferrous ion and dichromate. If you are given permanganate, then ferrous ion and permanganate. And you know always dichromate is converted into Cr+3. Ferrous is oxidized to ferric, no doubt ferrous to ferric. Pani, that water as the byproduct. Now, you see, in this question we are given number of moles of more salt we have to calculate. Okay, required per mole of dichromate. Very good question. Sirji, reaction takes place between dichromate and ferrous ion. When two reactants react together, you know the relation that number of equivalents of reactant 1 is equal to equivalence of reactant, the same relation. Number of equivalents, what is the formula in this question? Per mole of dichromate. Dichromate number of moles is 1 given. Number of moles into N factor. This is also another formula. What is the N factor? That is 6. I have calculated in previous numerical. Dichromate to Cr+3. You see 1 mole. 2 chromiums 2. Okay. In previous class I have calculated. So 1 into 6 over. Left side portion is over. Right side equivalence of Fe+2. Number of moles that we have to calculate into N factor. Ferrous to ferric. Change in oxidation state is 1 unit. That is 1. Now what is the number of moles? Number of moles required is 6. Okay, so here also I have used equivalence formula. You see, total 6 model questions I have solved, but 6 different formula, almost different formula I have used. In some case I have used mass upon gram equivalent mass formula. In one case I have used molarity into volume into N factor. In this numerical, number of moles into N factor, because number of equivalents has various formulae. In different numericals, you can use different relations. This is, once again I am telling you, this is strictly based on the given information, not on your thinking, simply based on information. Because moles of more salt asked, moles of dichromate given, and moles equivalence relation we know, number of moles into N factor. Okay, so these are some important questions. You have already seen this is a redox reaction, and the previous one was acid base reaction, precipitation reaction. So various reactions, in various reactions the formula or the relation should be same. Okay, so this is very, very important model, sir. I mean, many other questions have also been asked in competitive examination, but I have taken 5 to 6 examples how to solve this. Okay, so thank you very much for watching my video.